guys, so just before we get into the video, I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about channel memberships as well as channel support in general. So my channel memberships are $2.99 a month, and with that you get custom emojis that you can use during live chats and whatnot. And then I also have member-only videos, which are usually a more personal look into my life. They're more blog style. And also on a sporadic basis, I do member-only giveaways. My goal, though, is to be able to do more giveaways. Not just member-only giveaways, but more giveaways in general on the channel. But I would like to reach a point where I can do at least one members only giveaway a month. As far as other channel support, there are multiple ways that you can do that, which are all in the description box below. So if you guys really enjoy my content and you guys can, maybe you could do me a favor and check out, my channel channel memberships, or check out the options for channel support in general. It is greatly appreciated. Like I said, I do have some goals where I'd like to be able to start doing more regular giveaways for you guys. So yeah, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you guys how to do the join as you go ribbing that I use on most of my sweater designs. Let me turn the light on for you guys. There we are. So this is just a swatch from one of my stitch tutorials. I think this one was twisted single crochet. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I do the ribbing. And we're going to use this edging on here. I worked this swatch up with a 5.5 millimeter hook. But for the ribbing, we're going to drop down a size and use a 4.5. This is my little fox hook. If you guys like it, I'll leave the Etsy shop where you guys can get it in the description box below if you'd like. But I just wanted to make a little tutorial on how I do this ribbing. I do have a hoodie tutorial eventually coming out, and it does use this ribbing, and it's difficult to see in that tutorial, so I figured I'd make a separate tutorial, and then if anybody wanted to link back or to come back and check it out on how to do it with a little bit more clarity, they can. So once you have your piece worked up, we're gonna chain the number of stitches that you want for your width of your ribbing. So say I want a 6 stitch ribbing, so I'll chain a total of 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to go ahead and turn my work, and then working back up this chain, I'm going to place 1 single crochet in each chain stitch. So that's going to be a total of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, and then we're going to go ahead and slip stitch in the next 2 stitches. So this first stitch here, we're going to go ahead and slip stitch in. And then this next stitch here, we're going to go ahead and slip stitch in. And then without chaining, all we're going to do is we're going to turn our work. I'm going to turn it this way so that working yarn is in the back. And you can see our 2 slip stitches right here. We're going to skip those, and then working in the back loop only, we're going to place single crochets back down the row. I'm going to need some more yarn here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then once I get to the end of the row, I'm going to chain 1 and turn. And again, I'm going to be working in the back loops only. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're not going to slip stitch in this one. You can see this stitch here already has work done into it, so we're not working into that one. Hopefully you guys can see that. But we're going to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches that haven't been worked into. So there's that first one, and there's the second one. And again, we're going to turn this preferably so that the working yarn is in the back, like that. We're going to skip those 2 slip stitches and jump into the back loop of the first single crochet, and we're going to place another single crochet. And that is all you're doing all the way across. You're just working those 2 rows until you get to the end of your row. And so this is what it'll start to look like. You can see it's starting to form some ridges here. I'm going to work all the way across, and then I will meet back up with you guys to show you how I would close this up if I were working it in the round, because obviously I use this stitch a lot for the ribbing on sweaters, which means I work it often in the round. So I'll show you guys on this little swatch how I end this in the round and whatnot as soon as I get back. Okay. So I've worked up my rows, and you can see that I'm right here with the last 2 stitches, and I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch into those 2 stitches. And I'm going to go ahead and work 1 row back this way. So I'm going to turn my work, just like I did before. I'm going to work only in the back loop, skipping these first 2 stitches here, these slip stitches. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Now, I'm going to fold my piece depending on which way you want to be your outside. If you want, say this is my wrong side, I would fold it this way, and then I would kind of turn my work this way, and then I would just go into this stitch here this chain, and then I would go into the stitch and I would just slip stitch it closed to seam that up. And I would just do it stitch for stitch along those 6 stitches, and that's how you would do the ribbing. Now, if your piece is the other way and you need to fold it, really the only difference is that you need to fold it the other way. It's all about which direction you want on the inside, which side you want on the outside. If you're just folding it this way, you're just gonna go into the same stitch that you just made, the same single crochet, and you're just gonna slip stitch it like that. So basically what you're doing is you're folding your piece in the manner that you need to get the right side to be on the inside of your work, because you want your seam on the inside. And then this last one here is always a little bit harder because that one bar is just a little bit more difficult. And of course, on mine, I'm not working, this isn't seamed up, but if you were working a sleeve or something, this would already be seamed up. But you can turn it this way, and that is what your ribbing would look like. And that's where your seam would be. It's a little loose right here, but that's because that's how your seam would look. So yeah, there we go. That's how you do the join as you go ribbing. I'm not really sure what it's called, but it's a join as you go ribbing that I use in most of my sweater designs. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you guys find it useful. Sorry about my fingernails. Casey and I were playing around with fingernail wraps and some of mine didn't stick. But anyways, guys, yeah, if you enjoyed this and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!